You're now watching a clip from the Inspired by show. You can watch the full episode on our YouTube channel or listen on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed it, and follow the show. You've probably talked about it so much, and I do have to mention it just from my own experience as well. But obviously, the big breakup with Emily.
I'm going to crack the beer.
Yeah, get the beer open. So I'll be honest with you, Harvey. When I saw it on TV,
it's hot. It's hot.
You're catching. You're saving time, bracing yourself. So yeah, when I saw the big breakup on TV, I was like, Harvey, what the fuck? What were you doing? But obviously, didn't know you other than shouting at the TV. So I'm not really bothered about why you did it, because you probably talked about it so many times. But for me, the bit I'm curious about is, being on TV, does it make you be more mindful of what you do outside of TV? And how different was it going through, it coming out into the public and everybody's got an opinion? Like, how was that?
Yeah, it's tough. Obviously, having to share that sort of emotional situation with the nation is horrible. And I think, on your point, once it's shared to the nation, and what I guess their take on it, their judgment factor, then kind of almost cements a decision in the other person's mind. Because if everyone thinks this, you kind of got to back it. And I'm not saying Emily should have ever taken me back or forgiven it or whatever, but if she wanted to have done that and gone, slipped up, fucked it, let's try and move on, she wouldn't have been able to, because the whole world would have been like, well, not the whole world, all the viewers out there would have been like, what are you doing? Like, no. And so she'd almost, like, day one was like, and it makes it a lot harder. You can't really communicate in a normal way that you would. Like, it's all like the show's trying to follow it. You're trying to, like, try and have a real kind of conversation around it. Yeah, that was a tricky one.
Yeah, 100%. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, why it happened. I know you didn't want to ask why it happened, but obviously, I guess it leads on to why we're here in prime time. And it was very much, I think we're on different paths. She wanted kind of this, she wanted marriage, she wanted kids, she wanted it a lot sooner than I did. It wasn't the path I was on. I was sort of business focused, head down, trying to build this business. And I think we just, didn't see eye to eye on where we were going on that journey together. And I very much wanted to sort of build this business and financial kind of support, so that I could bring an amazing sort of child and wife, into a life which I could support, like, with complete sort of financial freedom. And she was kind of like, no, I want kids, I want marriage, like, now, basically. And I was feeling that pressure. And then I guess subconsciously that was bubbling up, and I did this stupid thing. And it was very hard to sort of have to go through that on TV.
Do you regret it?
Yeah, I regret not having the courage to just have a tough conversation and go, Emily, like, we're clearly not on, our timelines aren't aligning right now. When we even spoke about it on the show, it's like maybe 6 months pre that, like, about her being broody and wanting a child and wanting marriage, and her having this timeline of, I want kids by 28, and me being like 35, and like, how are we going to like find a middle ground here? And like, clearly we weren't going to, and that's a problem, really, isn't it? It's not a problem I kind of thought of until I guess you get older and kids become an actual point of sort of conversation. Like, shall we actually, you do have to align on these things, otherwise you might as well just dust your hands with it and move on. And I should have probably had that conversation, as opposed to